So the lures we're using today is what's called a shiver minnow. This is a gliding bait. I'm using a big number 3 shiver minnow today because we're fishing fairly deep. Plus we're going for big fish, so a lot of times big lures, big fish. The only real modification I'm making to the shiver minnow is that I'm adding on a big number 4 triple grip on the bottom. These lures have a lot of weight, they'll move around in that fish's mouth, so you want better hooking, and that's what that triple grip will give you. Using 2 different colors today, it seems like this IK Dominator and this Bloody Nose are the 2 that seem to be really good. What's interesting is a lot of times one will be better than the other. We haven't quite figured out why, so we'll fish with each of them until one of us starts to get a lot of bites, and then we both just switch over. Connected up to the shiver minnow, we're going to put a fluorocarbon leader. I use 10-pound test for that, and then after that I actually have a no stretch main line. So what I like to use is a couple different lines for this. If you're doing a lot of casting, I would suggest Nanofill. It's very, very slippery, very, very smooth. It just casts further than anything you'll find. But I also like using Fireline. It's a little tougher, it's a little bit more durable. Still only 10-pound test. The color we're using for this is Tracer. So it's alternating colors between dark and light. The nice thing about that, as you're fighting a fish, and a lot of times you can see those colors coming in or going out, so you know exactly what that fish is doing down there. Now, as far as a rod, I like to use a fairly short rod. I use a 6-foot rod, and the reason I do that is because you're going to be working a lot all day. You're moving this, you're shivering it all day, so a 6-foot rod is going to be much more comfortable, but you want a very sensitive rod, and I like a medium light rod. So it's a technique where you're going to be working a lot, you're going to be trying to feel those bites or feel those swipes, but if you feel anything, set the hook. It's a lot of fun to catch them with shivers.